Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension is a feature film from 2011. This is directed by Dan Povenmire and Robert F. Hughes. It's written by John Colton Barry, Dan Povenmire and Jeff Swampy Marsh. And we have a voice cast including Vincent Martella as Phineas, Thomas Brodie-Sangster as Ferb, we have Dee Bradley Baker as Perry, and Don Povenmire as Dr. Doofenshmirtz. We also have personal favourite Caroline Rhea. And the narrative is okay. I have I was going to say an interesting relationship with with Phineas and Ferb. It's probably not that interesting, but basically I used to watch it quite a bit when I was younger. I haven't seen every single episode or anything, but I haven't seen it in a very long time. I've seen a couple of the films, but it's been a long time since I watched any of it, so I didn't have any specific expectations for this, and I can say that while I didn't mind it, it's not my favourite Phineas and Ferb experience. They end up getting stuck in an alternate dimension where Doofenshmirtz is in charge and they have to try and figure out how to get back to their dimension and stop Doofenshmirtz from ruling absolutely everything. And it's fine. It works well as a narrative. I don't have any problems with it. I think it flows well. The pacing is good. I think the alternate dimension just plays out really well. I thought that was very well done as well. I think just the concept itself doesn't really appeal to me that much personally. So I didn't really love that part of it, but that's definitely a personal preference thing. And by that part of it, I do mean the bulk of the narrative, but that's purely a personal thing. I do think it was well written, pacing was good, it flowed well. The characters are obviously very well done, great voice acting, great animation, and in general, I was keen to see how things would resolve. So I may not have loved it, but I was interested enough to see what would happen, so I don't mind it. Had it been the first ever Phineas and Ferb film I'd ever seen, then I probably wouldn't have rushed to watch anything else, so I'm glad that that wasn't the case. But in general, I don't really have that many thoughts other than the narrative worked well, the pacing was good, everything in the story made sense within the context of the narrative. Just on a personal level, it didn't really appeal to me. The characters are obviously well written, well animated, great voice acting, absolutely no complaints at all. So Phineas and Ferb the movie Across the Second Dimension definitely isn't my favourite Phineas and Ferb experience. But that being said, I can't really fault it, and if you're a Phineas and Ferb fan but you haven't seen this yet, then I'd say by all means check it out. It's not too bad, I didn't love it, but honestly I haven't got any complaints.